Okay. Hey, everyone. Wanted to welcome you all to our May call. Super excited that you guys are all on with us. And I just wanted to say the past 2 months have been crazy insane for the team. Plexus as a whole, we are in wonderful momentum and we're riding the wave. We're working hard. We're pressing in all the things. But I did want to just take a minute to shout out some folks because we had a record-breaking month last month in April. Doesn't seem like it was very long ago. But I've counted up, there was well over 60 rank ups on the team. That is insane. There were over 35 silvers, which is crazy amazing. So congratulations, you guys. And I know that there's more that I didn't quite catch. I just tried to look for the graphics, but I know there was a lot of super silvers. Go ahead and shout out in the chat thread if you ranked up, if you hit a point goal. If you're brand new, we're so glad you're on. There's been over 1,200 people join our team in the past 2 months. So if you're a brand new and you're just popping on our team call, welcome to Plexus. We're so excited that you're on our team. By the way, I'm getting over a frog in my throat, so that's why my voice is weird. But if you met a health goal, you're excited to start, you had a rank up, you helped someone rank up, whatever the thing was, shout it out in the chat thread. Maybe you hit a point goal. Shout it out in the chat thread because we want to hear that. So blow that up, guys. And I want to say you're in for a treat because you're not going to hear a monologue from Justin and Megan tonight. You're going to actually hear from the girls that ranked up to Ruby, Senior Ruby, and Emerald.
There was a guy or a couple guys that ranked up too, so they're not girls. They're guys,
True.
Men, like manly men ambassadors.
That's so nice to see, by the way. But anyways, we had 2 Emeralds. So Angie Ambrosetti and Amy Booker ranked up to Emerald. I know there's more Emeralds coming soon. Let's see. The Senior Rubies are Gretchen and Tammy. And I'll also say that Melinda is Senior Ruby, but she actually double ranked. She took her Senior Gold team, and it takes a team, Senior Gold team, and double ranked to well past Senior Ruby. So congratulations, girls. And we have 2 Rubies. If I forget to recognize someone, please shout it out in the comments because that's always my fears. I'm going to forget to recognize someone. 2 Rubies, Stephanie Watt and Kathleen Harbin. So way to go, girls. And then we had 7 Senior Golds. One of those was a guy, Kevin Booker.
Yes, Kevin Booker.
If you were one of the Senior Golds, shout it out in the comments. We had a bunch of Super Silvers. I lost track, folks. I'm so sorry. But I know that I had a new sharer, Chelsea, rank up to silver and super silver. So essentially she double promoted. So that's exciting. If you were super silver, shout it out and we can count up this use super silvers. And we had 35 plus silvers. So, and also, I also want to shout out 5 people that re-ranked, which is absolutely phenomenal. That's part of what can happen sometimes in network marketing where life happens. Maybe you lose a runner, whatever reason. Sometimes we have to work on rebuilding. We have to rebuild our team. And 5 people re-ranked last month and went past their rank. So I just want to say that is so super awesome. And Lisa is going to pop on later and speak on behalf of the people that re-ranked in April. So we're going to, actually I'm going to turn it over to Justin. I think he was going to share for a quick minute. But before I do, I just wanted to say shout out to all the convention contest earners. So many of you swept the contest, which is so exciting. And so many people earned prizes. So if you earned a convention contest prize, shout it out in the comments. If you swept it, say I swept it and earned the 5K. That is so exciting. So anyways, that's kind of the scoop. I did want to say really quick that Leaders Retreat starts June 1st. Leaders Retreat contest, sorry. The contest, that starts June 1st. And we'll find out more about that probably at convention, but it's going to start June 1st. So have that on your radar. Also, I just wanted to say we're gonna make an announcement at the end of this call for our plan for May. So stay tuned at the end. We're gonna share what we're offering to you guys in terms of training. And then Carrie's going to pop on and share about something that she has going. So anyways, all that to say, I'm going to turn it over to Justin really quick. He's going to say a couple things.
Yeah, not too much, because we want to hear from everybody who ranked up this last month and all their tips and all the things that they did to make it happen. And so I'm not going to be long, but just again, after a month like that we had in April, which is an amazing month. These months like March and April don't happen all the time. So when momentum is going and there's a lot of excitement and a lot of rank ups and just a lot of energy, I guess, on the team, it's a time to capitalize on that. And because we've never seen months like this. We're in new territory here.
History.
So, I mean, as a company and as a team, both. So I think we want to make sure that we're capitalizing on all the excitement that's going on right now. I know that there's several rank up opportunities this month again, which is exciting. So we're going to keep hitting it hard. However, like I mentioned yesterday, I think it's important after a month like April and after a rank up it's important to celebrate. So you have permission to just put the phone down, go out for supper, go for a walk, pray, give thanks, unplug for a minute, and just kind of consider, everything that happened in April, and then plug back in real quick and get started again. Because like I said, momentum like this just doesn't come that often. So take advantage of it while it's here. The company is throwing out some incredible incentives, and they're going to start being more strategic in how they incentivize at the beginning of contests, at the end of contests, even during the naturally slow seasons of Plexus recruitment. They're going to start throwing special incentives out at those specific times. They've been tracking for the last several years when the high recruitment seasons are, when the low recruitment seasons are, and they are rolling out the red carpet for anybody who wants to move forward with their Plexus business. So this is the time. Like I said, we've said before, we've never seen incentives and help from the corporate office like we're seeing now, with money off, the $199 welcome packs, all the contests, the iPads, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the 369.
Everything that's going on, it's insane. So take advantage of it because it's fun. We're having a good time, and let's get as many people on board as we can. So.
Yeah, and guys, just remember, like the title of this call is Back to the Basics. The stuff that we do in Plexus is very simple. It's the simple daily things, and it's not complicated. It does require you to get outside your comfort zone, maybe grow a new skill set and address your fears. But it goes back to the fundamentals. It goes back to the basics. Do you want to share that?
One thing real quick, when she says that it's not complicated, that doesn't mean it's easy. I don't want you to confuse, because it's not easy. It's a lot of hard work, to be honest with you. You don't just waltz your way to whatever rank you're going to. It takes a lot of effort. And you have to say no to a lot of things, and you have to make it happen. It takes a lot of work. So it's not easy, but at the same time, it's not sophisticated. We all have the knowledge that we need to move forward. It's a matter of applying what we already know and applying it at like a greater effort maybe than what we have been in the past. If we're going to go to a new place, we're going to have to do some things we haven't done in the past. But one thing, I totally lost my
golf lesson.
No. I'll think of it.
Okay.
I'm getting older, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Angie and Kathleen, because they are going to share. They're actually at a LOL celebration party, which is a blast. But I just wanted to say, they're at, and everyone that's going to share tonight, they're at maybe where you want to be. And so we want to offer inspiration and encouragement. Did you think of what you're going to say?
Yeah, go ahead. No.
Okay, so we just want to create the space and create the just the opportunity for you guys to hear from people that are doing the things. They are ranking up. They're making it happen. They're creating culture. No one got to a rank up on their own if they ranked to senior goal or above. Every single person rallied their team and did the things with other people, not by themselves. Did you want to say something?
No, I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Kathleen, Angie, you girls can pop on. We'll be quiet.
Hey guys. Oh my goodness, you all. My house is full of people. We're celebrating, as you can see, and I have a crown on my head, a little tiara. So they are really making me feel special tonight. We've had a great time. I love all the things that I've been hearing that you guys share. And I just want to say to everyone, do not get discouraged, because I sat at Senior Ruby for almost 2 years. In July, it would be 2 years. And I could have given up. I could have gotten discouraged. I could have dropped the ball, but I didn't. I kept working. But the thing that changed for me, number one, all these amazing things that Plexus has been rolling out. And we had 130 new ambassadors come on our team in March, which was huge, right? So I knew from what my points were the previous month to factoring in these brand new 130 ambassadors, what that was going to do for my team the following month, which was April, if I really engaged. And so I would just say to you, start at the beginning of the month. Set your goals. I'm not a goal setter. Megan can testify. Every time she asks me about goals, I'm like, I hate setting goals. I don't want to do it. But I decided I was going to set my goal. My mindset literally was shifted. And I just decided I'm going to start at the beginning of the month. I'm going to communicate with people. I'm going to just cover my whole white line base. And literally I did that. Unless someone said to me, don't ever talk to me about Plexus again. I reached out to them and I continued to build my relationship and talk to them early in the month so that I wasn't down to the wire on the very last day. Praise the Lord. It proved to be beneficial. But the best thing about all of it is that my team, I started a private chat thread called Rally Rank Up with those people that I knew were wanting to hit rank ups. And we worked together all month long. We did countdowns. We did encouragement. I threw some incentives out there. I tried to help them, and they all rallied around each other. And it was so amazing. And the other issue that I always have is not telling my people like what my struggles are. Like, this is where I am and I need help. Because if we're going to do this as a team, I had to get vulnerable with them and let people know that was a hard thing for me, because my biggest fear is always not being in control, letting people into my world in that sense. And man, once I did that, it really changed things for me. My team I'm telling you, I'm seeing so many of my team people on my team, and I'm just like, the rally that we did was amazing. And then when I hit Emerald for our team, I was not satisfied. I'm just going to tell you, I was like, my people, I'm not going to stop until the last hour. 11:55 p.m., this girl hit her rank. I was not happy. I was not satisfied until all my people ranked, got where they wanted to be and were working on it. So it literally, my team is called the Daily Joy, our team. And at that moment, I had this emotional thing come over me that said, this truly is my daily joy, is seeing my people achieve what they want. And that makes it all worth it for me. So I'm going to let her talk, or I'll be a blubbering mess.
Well, I'm not a goal setter or a numbers person, so it's a double negative here. But I had to become a numbers person, and my goal was to become Ruby, but I'm just not a numbers person. But I realized I needed to do that. So in March, we had 40, I think, new team members. And when I did the math, I thought, well, where my points landed before and with the new people, I should be good. And then I got down to Tuesday and I had like an 86-point deficit. And I'm like, this isn't good. It didn't turn out the way I thought, because with our attrition. And but all along, thankfully, I had been reaching out to people through the whole month. I was focused on my white lines, and I was focused on going back to people that I had already reached out to about the opportunity, because sometimes not then just means later. And so I did get someone I'd worked with for 2 years, and my white lines, we offered some incentives, and Angie is a beast. There's no other way to put it, because she went Emerald on Saturday, and I'm coming Monday running down to her office, and I'm like, okay, we gotta work. And so she's like helping me with strategizing and helping me even more with incentivizing. And so that for me was big, the white lines, engaging my white lines. And I was really excited because I was able to get some people really fired up again about Plexus, and a couple people really fired up about the job aspect of Plexus. So that's, double yay. And then of course, Megan and Justin, you guys came like, I feel like one team's like a little herd of elephants, and like when there's a little elephant in trouble, then this herd comes around, and so they just came in. They were like a swoop. They came in, and then Justin called me not normal, and that made me really. No, really, your inspiration and your and Angie, she had to cheer me on a couple times. She's like, stop it right now. You can do this. I'm like, I know. And at one point, I got to the point that I knew I had to do it because I could. And she said this. She said it's your mindset, and I thought, I can either look at it like, oh my gosh, I'm 86 points away, or I can look at it like, oh my word, I'm only 86 points away. And that's what I had to do. I had to realize I can't let this go. I have to go forward. I'm too close to let it go. So that would be it.
Well, and I will say on Monday night, when she got to my office about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, her points were at 399, 101 points in less than 20, right about 20, a little over 24 hours. But we were determined. We were not stopping until the clock struck 12. And buddy, we didn't.
And no, we didn't.
No.
And I'm not a person to tell my team where I'm at. And Megan slapped me on the hand with that. She's like, you need to. That's part of being a leader. And I've really not embraced any of that until she slapped me on the hand and said, you need to. And so I did. I had a thread. I added Justin and Megan and Angie to it. And I said, okay, this is where we're at. And we started doing a countdown. And I think that really did help. And then Melinda's video about her board, I did do that with my team to show everybody where they were at and what was possible. And I think that, all these things coupled together really helped to bring energy into our team.
I love that. Oh my goodness, girls. And they stayed up till 2 a.m. Was it Monday night?
Monday night, yeah.
Crazy. Oh my word. Well, yeah, and it was one of those things. It must have been Monday night. We went to bed at like 11 or 12, I think. But I had kind of, I just asked Kathleen, like, hey, have you told your team? She's like, oh, no. I'm just working on their goals. I'm like, you have to tell your team. And I was like, I said, if you want to be Ruby, you have to tell them. And like, that was very scary for me to tell you that, because I was like, oh shoot, maybe she's going to just like fall off the face of the earth. But guess what? When I woke up in the morning, she had added me to her team thread, and she had told them, girls, this is the scoop. We're going Ruby. This is how many orders we are away. I need your help. So anyways, so proud of you girls. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing. All right, Amy, are you here? Amy Booker? Amy Booker. I saw her name. There she is. Hey, Amy. Hey. All right. Here's our Emerald Ambassador, Amy Booker. You can take it away, sister.
Can you see me and hear me? I'm doing this from my phone. I don't ever do it from my phone. Okay. So you want me to share a little bit of my story? Is that what you're wanting?
Yeah, just share a top tip, because you're at where people want to be. And so whatever you want to feel led to share, you can share whatever you feel led to.
Okay, sorry, we're just walking in the door. I was thinking about this throughout the day today, and I was thinking from the very beginning, like, this is something that I never went looking for, and nothing that I've done has been grand or glorious, and I said from the very beginning that if ever I ranked, whenever I ranked, I wanted to rank because my team ranked with me. Sorry, I can't see myself because I'm on my phone. And that's exactly how it went down. It's exactly just, from the, like what Angie said, I went Emerald, I think it was Sunday afternoon. And that night, Kevin asked me, he's like, so what's your most favorite thing about being Emerald? And I said, when the rest of my team who's pushing hard gets to where they want to be, and so most of them got there. There was a few that, oh my word, just like 1 or 2 people away from their rank, but for the most part, and they're brand new too. So I've said to them, like, there is not a single thing for you to be, sad about or bummed out about. Like, they're flying like the wind and they're almost gold. You know what I mean? But I guess, like, I'm thinking top tips, honestly, they're so practical for me, but I think the biggest thing is, and I've said, one of my girls, Renee Armstrong, she went gold. And I've said to her, like, she's faithful, and she shows up, and she does the things every day, and they're not grand and they're not glorious, but they're done. You know what I mean? And I think for me, the pivotal change in our family was the summer. It was the summer that I hit Ruby. I'd always said to my team, Plexus is awesome because it doesn't have to be the thing, but it can be what you fit into the nooks and crannies of your days. And for me, what was nooks and crannies became any time that I had a free second, I was on my phone, and it was no longer a blessing to my family. It was becoming a source of contention. And so, it was the summer that I hit Ruby. We sat as a family. We were on family vacation at our little camp in Rangeley, Maine, and we had a shareholders meeting as a whole family. And we sat down and we established business hours for me. But all the kids kind of got a say in it. And we just kind of said, this is where mommy is. I used to be a waitress, like 5 and 6 shifts a week. Kevin and I would kind of pass like shifts in the night. And so because of Plexus, I was able to be home with the kids. And so Kevin explained to the kids, he's like, when mommy used to go to work, it was very clear that mommy's gone to work. And when she comes home, she's home. But now when I go to work, like my desk, it's in my kitchen, which is literally like the wildest place in our house. But I like it that way, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's literally the center of our lives. And so because my personality, if it was in another room, I could shut myself away and like forget about everything. Do you know what I mean? And so we set business hours as a family, and we just, I don't know, that changed everything for us in that, like, these are the times that I'm going to do Plexus. And when I'm on my phone or my computer, this is what I'm doing. I'm not playing games. I'm not scrolling. It's work, and every bonus that I've gotten, we share with the kids. So the kids know that when we get paid for Emerald, they're each going to get $50. And so they're kind of excited about that. But so like my biggest tips would just be, I think, include your family in the conversation and really kind of do it together as a family. And then, just show up, be faithful. You know what I mean? It doesn't, nothing, I do work with goals and I do work with strategy, but I'm just simple. It's not grand, so it's nothing to, write home about, but it's just doing the things, being faithful, the day in and the day out things. And I think also, like what Angie said, this rank comes with so much humility, because I've said all along, Justin, you said to us the very first time you came out to see us that the road to gold is the hardest. It's like you're pushing a snowball up the hill all by yourself. And that's when that really separates the wheat from the chaff. And that shows who has grit and who's going to stay for the long haul. But if you can stay with it while you're pushing the snowball, and if you can stay with it, and you can be the rock star until you find a few rock stars, what you're seeing is our like chapter 10, and you might be on your chapter 1. So we've reached that point where the snowball's down over the hill now, and we have momentum. We have this sweetest of teams that's running beside us, and it's no longer lonely. And so I ranked to Emerald because Kevin ranked to Senior Gold, and Amanda re-ranked to Senior Gold, and Sarah ranked to Gold, and 6 others ranked to Gold, and someone ranked to Super Silver, and we've got 6 silvers. So this rank for me is like all humility. It's like I'm here because they're here. Do you know what I mean? So there's really like no pride. It's like there is no, Justin, you always say there is no I in team. And I'm like, that is exactly how this went down. And it's exactly how I wanted it to go down. So it comes with, I was talking to my team on our team page a day or so ago, and like unexpectedly, I'm like, I think so because of you guys. So I was totally crying on my page, but it's all good. So they know. So just show up. Be faithful, do the things, love your people well, and, have the grit during this time so that when it crests, it'll be, now it's fun. But some of you are not in a season of fun yet. You're still in a season of lonely and what the heck. So anyways, that's mine.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. And it's good to shoot each other straight. Like this is how it is, guys. And just the reality of that. And Amy and Kevin are an example of a husband and wife team that work together, Team Booker. So it is totally doable to make it work. And that's a gift that we have in Plexus, is that you can sign, your husband or wife can sign up and work the business with you. So you double dip basically.
I liked real quick. I liked what you said about Renee. You said that what she does is not grand and glorious, but it's done. And I think that's key. I think that, some people are too sophisticated to be successful. Really, it goes back down to the simple and being consistent with the simple on a daily basis. So I loved what you had to share there. That was good.
Yeah, and I put that we like the purpose of this call is to show you how normal we all are. I mean, it's for the people that want it, and you do not have to be like the most talented, be like all the things you think in your head trash, like, oh, I have to be her, or I have to be him, or I have to have this talent, or it's not that. You can be you and make this work. And so that's the beautiful thing of the girls that are sharing, the girls and guys that are sharing, is that anyone can do this and be successful. It comes down to doing the work and sticking with it and being consistent and being faithful. Melinda is going to pop on next. She's an Iowa girl. We met at a friend's wedding a couple of years ago. We just hit it off with their family. They're so fun, super cute. And so she double ranked. So she's going to share a couple of her top tips of how she brought. Melinda, were you guys even ranking as senior gold? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
I think the first month we ranked back to senior gold was like March.
Okay. So, all
Was
right.
it March?
I'm
Or
gonna let
after March? I don't think we were at senior gold at March. No.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to let you talk.
Okay. So I've got a couple pages here, so I'm going to try to go fast. But I think just listening to the other gals talk, a couple things just really came to mind. And I'm going to try to do it without crying, because I'm telling you what, this plexus gets you, and I'm not a crier. But I just wrote this down, that I feel like I can finally use all the gifts that God has given me, and truly use them to like their full potential in this business. And I feel that way because I'm a teacher. And so I help people, right? That's what I do every single day. But I always feel like I'm just limited on what I can do, because there's certain things that I can't do as a teacher, and I have a boss, and I have to be there at 8 o'clock, and I don't get off until 4. And a lot of times it's like 5. And so I just finally feel like the gifts that he has given me I can shine them. And oh, sorry, hang on. My husband is like, I don't know what happened. Oh boy. Sorry. I just heard him yell or something. I'm like, what's happening outside? Both the kids are asleep in the car. We've been at tulip time today, so I'm a little bit sunburnt. But I just feel like I can finally shine those gifts fully. And so I just encourage people, when those fears and those doubts and those negative ideas about yourself start creeping in, you have to just ask God to take them away and say, help me shine bright. And I guess I just wanted to say that first, because that's how I feel. I don't know if other people feel that way yet, but I've pretty much felt that way from the beginning. I'm live right now.
Sorry, there's a red fox out there.
I know, I heard you yelling. There's a red fox outside. I'm sorry, guys. This is us. So what I've been doing, at the beginning of the month, last month, I incentivized my team. And I said to them, I'm going to pay you $10 for every 189 pack that you sign. And I said to them, like, we have to lead with the 189 packs. Like, don't even mention the 99 packs. All you say is, this is the biggest bang for your buck. There are lots of options, but I just want to start with this one. You're not lying to them, but you're saying this is the biggest bang for your buck. Why would you not want to go with that? You get so much product. And I was incentivizing them $10, and they were on sale. So if my level 1 through 3 signed a 189 pack, I owe them $10. And so I know some people are probably like, oh man, that's going to add up to a lot of money, except that we don't pay anything to start our business, guys. And so you have to invest in your business. Like, you absolutely do. You don't have to pay for a storefront. It literally costs us $35. And we use Facebook for free. So it's like, that's nothing, right? And so that was how I started the month. And then I incentivized again about probably a little bit past halfway through the month, because I knew that I was going to need more 189 packs, because I needed the points. And so I told my team, any 189 packs you sign, I will pay that person $20 off the 189 packs. Now, some of you are probably thinking I'm crazy right now, except that I knew that if I got enough and I double ranked, I was going to get $5,000. And so I didn't care if I had to spend $2,000, because I was going to get $3,000 more that I didn't have before. And so I I made the decision that I'm going to do this, and we are going to double rank. And then it doesn't matter if I spend $2,000. I don't know how much I spent yet, guys. I don't think it's even anywhere close to that. But I knew I had to invest in my business. So I guess I would just encourage you to set some money aside and make it a priority so that you can do those things, because it's a matter of whether you, I mean, truly, I feel like it's a matter of whether you grow really fast or not, because if you can get that momentum going, which like Megan and Justin said, we have crazy momentum right now, but I had to restart basically, guys. Like I quit pretty much last fall when I started a new job. I don't know what I was thinking, obviously, but I didn't start sharing again until like December. I know it's ridiculous. But I didn't start sharing again until like December, like the end of December. And I had to pretty much restart. People on my team, they weren't working because I wasn't working. And then once I restarted, they restarted too. And so anyway, you have to invest in your business. And so we set a goal at the beginning of the month for 25 189 packs, because that's how I had done the math, that if everything goes kosher, which I knew it wasn't going to, right? Because credit cards get declined, people shut their subs off, whatever. But I was like, 25 is the goal. We have to have 25 189 packs. So we met that goal, and then we had to reset the goal, because I knew once we got there, I was like, okay, guys, here's the situation. We need 10 more orders, 100 PV orders, or 10 more 189 packs. We ended up needing more than that because I had so many credit cards decline on the 28th. So it is really tough because so many subs are set to the 28th. But we reset the goal. So what I'm trying to say is you have to reset the goal. Like if you meet the goal, reset it. And then we did do a board again. And I do want to show this to you guys. Let's see if I can turn this around. I never know how to do this. Okay, can I do this? Oh, sorry, it turned. I'm looking at you guys. All right, can you guys see that? I don't know if okay, so this is our board, this tiny little chalkboard, right? $10 at Walmart, chalkboard paint. And I wrote this board up and I put Senior Ruby, well, God is at the top first and foremost. And then I put everybody's ranks below that. So I don't know if you can read it. It's getting kind of crazy, but Senior Ruby, Senior Gold, my girls that were shooting for Senior Gold, my girls for Gold, Super Silver, and then all the silvers down below. And then in the top right-hand corner was our goal for 25, and then we had to reset the goal. And then our points were over there, and the points were 750. So we ended at 853, and we had 65 new people join us. And then I put hearts around everybody that met their goal, because I don't know, I just like it. And I look at it, and it's awesome every day. So I can't stress enough like how important that vision board is to have. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like it cost me $10 for some chalkboard paint. The other thing that I will say is that we had a ton of events that we held for people. I literally had 5 in a matter of 3 days that I hosted. I had 3 in one night, and we had baseball. And so I guess what I'm trying to say there is I'm not tooting my own horn at all. No way. I'm saying that this business is a sacrifice for sure. And if that means that I have to go do live videos back to back, 6 of them, while I'm watching a baseball game, then I'm going to do it. And you just do it. And it worked great. Like it was awesome. And it was kind of fun even because I was doing the live videos and I'm like, oh my goodness, my son just did a triple and I was still on the video. And I don't know, it just makes you a real person, right? And so we did those events and I really pushed those with my people. Like I was like, guys, we have to invite to the events. And I didn't really make it an option because I put it in terms of those people have an opportunity to make $500. When I first started, if I knew that I could have made $500 signing my husband, my mom, and my sister up, and Megan didn't tell me about it, I would have been, quite honestly, I would have been pissed because we didn't have any money at that time. $500, that's all I have to do and I'll make $500? Yeah. And so I just kind of, I really leaned into that with my team of guys, it is our obligation to offer them that event or tell them that is what it is. They don't have to do an event. They have 3 people that they can get signed up. And so you have to just be brave and ask that question. I wrote the verbiage out for them. Like so much of the verbiage, I wrote out verbiage to reach out for people that were under 100 PV. I wrote the verbiage out to ask them if we could do an event for them and tell them, hey, there's $500 that you can make and it only takes 3 people. All of our silvers, let's see, we had 8 silvers this last month. And basically, I'm sure most of you have heard, like, some people just do it for them. Yeah, like obviously they're the ones that are making the connection with the people, but I do it for them because it's like a gradual release, right? And teaching, they talk about gradual release. Like I do it, we do it together, you do it, and then you go do it on your own or whatever. And so it truly is what it is. So like for silver, I just do it with them and I basically get them to silver. Like I tell them what to say. I sign their people for them so that I make sure that it gets done correctly. You just do it for them. And then when they see, oh my goodness, I just made $500. Like I had one lady that went silver this last month. She signed 6 people. What if we never would have asked her, right? I had one girl that I sent her a text message on the 28th. And I said, you're at 97 PV. It's my level 2. I thought her upline had already asked her, but I was like, obviously not. You're 3 PV away. And she's like, I would really like to share. Like, I've been talking to people about this, but I just don't know what to do. She signed a person before the end of the month. She's sharing on Facebook. Like, it's crazy. I text her. Okay. So it's like, you just do it for them. Like you literally have to do it for them, but then you're showing them this is so simple. Like it's so simple. And they don't feel so overwhelmed then when they start, and they just got a $500, they're going to get $500 or whatever it is. And that's life-changing for people. And so is that motivation for them to keep going? Yes. Like they're going to keep going then. They're going to share because they're like, I just made so much money and I didn't really have to do much for it at all. Obviously they learn then like, okay, the simplicity of it. But I just do it for them. Let's see, what else? We did a product tester post. I sent them exactly what to say. And I have a lot of people that are local. And so we have a lot of friends in common. So I had to send like 4 or 5 different product tester posts to them and make sure that they were all different. So we did that at the end of the month. Let's see what else. The process. So our process, I've really been kind of trying to mill this over because my word of the year is simplify. And I want our process to be simple as possible. And so 3-way chats, let me just say that too. 3-way chats are kind of a non-negotiable when you first start. You have to do it. And then I show them how I do what I do through the 3-way chat. They don't even have to say anything. They just start the chat. So sometimes you're going to have to show them how to start a 3-way chat, actually. Some people don't know how to do that. So I always ask that question because they feel silly saying, I don't know how to do that. And so then they just don't do it. So teach them how to start a 3-way chat. I see you guys laughing. It's true. So you show them how to do that, but then you show them how simple or how hard this business is from the time you open your mouth. So when that 3-way chat is started, I show them, I follow the same process every time, guys, and I think some people feel like, well, that's not really very personable. And I'm like, well, actually it is. It's just that we have to get the products in their hands. And I build that relationship after they get started. I follow the same process every time, and I use the third-party tools. I send the same videos. I send the same info sheets. And guys, I can't tell you how many 3-way chats where we only had maybe 5 or 6 interactions back and forth, and they were ready to go sign a 189 pack. Simple. It's simple. And so I wrote the process out, and I put a little graphic with it. So on the graphic, I think it was like, start a 3-way chat, info sheets or something like that. And then you get them signed, and then you ask them about an event. And it's, simple as that. The last thing I want to say, have I covered everything? I don't even know. I'm a little bit like fried from the sun today. The last thing that I will say is that this business is simple, but the sacrifice that it takes is real. And so I guess I want people to understand, because from the outside, it's like what Justin and Megan were saying. You see people, and then these negative thoughts come in, and let me just say that that's evil, like creeping in on you, and don't give that evil power, because the evil one does not want us to be successful. And so when those thoughts come in and they're telling you, well, that girl can do that because of blah, 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 or I'm not as good at this, or I don't have as big of a circle, or whatever it is, or I don't have as much time as her. Well, let me just tell you, I work full time. My husband works full time. We have 3 kids, and we have a herd of cows. And so you do have time. It's just making the decision. And so the sacrifice, I worked every single night. I did not take a night off the entire month. And so that is the sacrifice that it takes. But you know what, guys? I know that I only have to do that for a little while, and I'm going to completely change the course of my kids' lives, of their kids' lives. And I'm not going to live in the cycle of poverty that I have grown up in, that my parents grew up in. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. And so I sacrifice for a little bit, and I'm going to get to where I need to be, and I can shine my gifts that God has given me. And I can take my kids to see the world. And I'm not going to drive a Yukon with 250,000 miles on it anymore. So that's rusting out and falling apart. So I guess I just encourage you to know that you're not going to have to make that sacrifice like what you're doing forever. If you do it for just a little bit, like, it's going to happen. And so I told Megan, I think it was a couple days ago, it was like the day, maybe it was yesterday, because I was supposed to take yesterday off. And let me just say, my husband came home the day I went Senior Ruby, and he goes, "So how you feeling?" And I just kind of looked at him and he said, "You're saying, let's go. What's next?" And I said, "Yep, I am." And that's how I feel. I was more excited about my people ranking up. I was more excited about Amy Buren ranking to Senior Gold. Megan put it in the thread. She put my rank up in the thread. And I think I immediately, like 2 seconds later, put Amy's in there. I was like, "Hey, that's great, guys. But Amy just went Senior Gold." And that lady, I'm telling you what, she's going to be on that stage in her wheelchair, and she is going to show the stinking world that it doesn't matter what your situation is. You can be successful at this business, and you can inspire people, and you can lift them up. And yeah, so I would agree with Amy in that it is way more fun to see everybody else rank up. But at the same time, I know this month, I need 130 people to go Emerald. And so that is the goal. And we're going to go and we're going to do it. I think that's all.
Melinda, thank you.
Sorry, how long did I talk?
It's okay. You're good.
Like 4 minutes. You're good.
That's a lot.
All right. Awesome. Okay, girls, guys, be taking notes. I'm taking notes. I mean, we're all learning together, right?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, Tammy, are you up? Are you ready to share, girl? All right, another Senior Ruby in the house right here, ready to go Emerald. Hang on, I don't hear you. How come I don't hear you? Did y'all hear her?
Hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, it did that the other day. I don't know why. Yeah, we're ready. We're ranked up. We're ready to go Emerald. We've got it on the chalkboard in the living room already. Got the team already starting to work. We have some new people come on that actually came on, and they haven't got their products yet. They've already started posting. They're ready to go. So we're taking off running. So, but I had made a couple little notes because I have learned a lot. I mean, I came from the nursing profession. So for me, this is totally a new area for us. So totally foreign to us. So we had to learn how to redo our life and redo what, our mindset. I have grown so much. I mean, I'm in now the Emerald group with Jessica, and we've done the Preston Pugmire was on with this. I encourage you, if you're not investing into yourself in growing daily, that is daily, listening to a podcast, listening to a YouTube. I listen to Preston Pugmire, his Next Step. It's a podcast. Mel Robbins, Brene Brown. She has a Netflix special right now. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. The name of it is Call to Courage. Call to Courage, Brene Brown. Bill's yelling from the other room. Call to Courage. Watch that. You have to watch that. That is life-changing. That is motivating. She had doubt in herself. She even went to counseling. All of us have that doubt. We all need to be encouraged and motivated that we can do this. Believe in yourself. I didn't believe that this was what I could do. I didn't believe that this is something that was even in my cards, but believing in yourself and believing you can. Like, don't limit. Don't put that mindset. Preston Pugmire talks about our mindset mentality, our limiting mindset mentality. I did not think I had a limiting mindset mentality. I had a limiting mindset mentality. You have to get past that to move forward. Preston Pugmire, Mel Robbins, Brene Brown. If you're not investing in yourself, you're not growing. Another thing is being enthusiastic about your product. People want to sign up because they see your enthusiasm. If you're out in public and they're seeing your energy and they're seeing your enthusiasm over your product, they want what you got. It's easy. It sells itself. When they see that you're feeling good and you've got more energy and they're tired and they're yawn and they're just can't go, they want what you got. So be a face in public. That was another big thing. For me, writing out my BHAGs. If you don't know what BHAGs are, it's your big, hairy, audacious goals. I wrote a check to myself for $400,000. I have a check wrote out to myself for $400,000. That is a diamond income. I am going to do that. That is my big, hairy, audacious goal. I'm going to meet that goal. And as everyone else has said, you cannot do this without a team behind you. Megan, Jessica have told me all along, you cannot do this yourself. And like Melinda said, yes, getting to gold, you're pretty much, you're by yourself, because the people you're signing, it's foreign to them. And it's like pushing that snowball. It's like, oh my God, am I ever going to get to this? But then it seems like all of a sudden, like we've just picked up momentum. Like when I went Ruby and now this last 2 months, it's like the snowball is just rolling. So, and we're going to have some big rank ups this month. We got Debbie that's going to go gold. We got Suzanne's going to go gold. I'm hoping Bill's going to go senior gold. Morgan and Tyler could go gold. So we could have some pretty good rank ups too. So just encourage your team, be behind your team, and keep pushing on. Awesome, fun stuff.
Awesome.
And yes, if you don't like to cry, get out of Plexus.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of you guys will be on stage at convention, for convention contests, for emeralds, for different things. And it is very humbling. I will say my first convention I ever went to, I was on stage as an emerald. I think I was pregnant too, so it probably was pregnancy hormones. But I cried my eyes out because it was so not about me. And I always wondered why Plexus people cried. I understood then, because it's so much about like every single person on your team that, yeah, and then you're in the hot seat that gets recognized for it. But anyways, their day's coming, right? Their day's coming. What I'm hearing too is just a lot of habits of high performers. I'm hearing a lot of writing down your goals, making it visible, casting the vision, and inspiring your people. So I'm loving all this. Okay, who's next? Gretchen, are you game, sister? All righty, she's another senior Ruby.
Real. All right, unmute here. I just want to speak to those of you tonight who are new and you're excited, but there's a lot to learn and it's overwhelming, and you're stretching outside of comfort zones and you're learning all these new things. And yeah, as has been said before, this is simple, but it's not easy. It's hard. There's so much learning and so much growth. And also to those of you who feel like you're stuck. My journey has not been like a super fast one, especially in the beginning. I got to silver pretty quickly, but I was silver for a long time, almost a year and a half. And I saw people starting after me, hitting gold, hitting different goals a lot faster. I just want to encourage you that the hardest part, as you've been hearing tonight, really is at the beginning. Because you're learning a new skill set, you're stretching comfort zones, maybe you're discovering mindset issues and learning things about yourself that you didn't know, or mindset issues that you didn't realize that you had. And I just want to encourage you that, number one, it's worth it, that it does get more fun. And as you keep, doing the simple, boring, unglamorous things daily, as you put in that faithfulness, that diligence. I used to think that diligence meant like perfection, like Martha Stewart dusting with white kid gloves. Diligence means working overtime. And that's what this is. It is putting in small efforts. This doesn't take all day, necessarily, but small efforts over time. So as you're, in those places, I just want to encourage you that it is so worth it, and it gets to be more fun. Something that I totally did not anticipate was the friendships that would develop, the friendships that I've been able to invest more time in that I already had. Just there's so many aspects. Seeing your teammates grow and seeing their mindsets overcome obstacles, seeing them achieve their goals is so rewarding and so fun and just so worth it. So I want to encourage you, those of you who are at the beginning, or maybe you're like me and you've been doing this for a long time and you feel like you're stuck, to keep pushing that snowball, because there will come a time when you get over a hump and you get over a hill and you pick up speed and momentum. So if you're slower to start, or your journey is slower, I want to encourage you that it doesn't mean that you won't get there. When you're stuck, and I'm speaking this from personal experience, because there have been times when I have felt stuck and I wondered, am I ever going to move forward? Am I ever going to get beyond this? When we come and it's a whole new thing and we don't know what we're doing and we're learning, the thought may come, am I ever going to learn what I need to know to get beyond, to get past? I want to encourage you to stick with it, because if you stick with it long enough and you're teachable and you're asking questions, you're listening to your sponsor, you're listening to trainings, you will learn what it is that's holding you back, and you will be able to overcome it. Isn't that one of the joys and the delights, really, of the gospel, that we're not stuck in sin, we're not stuck in old patterns and old habits, that our minds can be renewed, that we can become different people, that we can become more like Christ. So that's my really my biggest tip and biggest encouragement, is to stick with it. As we've said, it's not glamorous, it's not exciting, it's doing humdrum work every day and keeping at it. But if you stick with it, you will learn what you need to know, and you can overcome those obstacles, those mindset issues, those things in yourself that you learn. You can learn and you can grow, and we're all here to support and cheer you on and celebrate your victories. So those are the top things that stood out to me.
Awesome. Do you want to introduce your newest rank up gal? Your newest?
Yes, I do. I want to introduce my dear friend and brand new Ruby, Stephanie Watt. So excited to hear her speaking for the first time as our Ruby ambassador. So proud of you, Stephanie.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I feel like, kind of like Melinda said, it's like I've got a couple pages and trying to decide like what would actually be helpful to all y'all. So Melinda, I just wanted to tell you, you've been like my hero the past couple of months. Just everything that she says, I track so well with people who give it to me straight. I have a really hard time, I've discovered, actually, with people sugarcoating things, and don't tell me how hard it's really going to be. And I'm like, just tell me what I have to do and I will do it. Okay. Just tell me what to do. So that has been a lot. I think that was massive. So over the course of my 2 years now that I've been with Plexus, I felt like I got stuck a couple different times. And every single time, it turns out it was a mindset issue that I didn't even know I had. I thought that come on, people. I did not come from an abusive situation. I came from a super loving Christian home, like super sheltered. Everything should have gone perfect for me, right? But I had so many head trash issues. So number one, guys, I don't even remember who said this. Somebody said, you will get to a certain point just being who you are, but then you're going to have to grow to move past that. And every single person, that's a different place. For me, I got to super silver, like where I could do that much. I could find 10 people who trusted me enough to do that. And then after that, girl, I was stuck like Chuck until I figured out my next thing that I had to overcome. But I still slugged out gold by myself. And then I had to completely change my mindset because I didn't understand how to duplicate. So then I had, so it's just been over and over and over again, new mindsets. And you feel like, okay, I've got it now. And then you come up against, wow, yeah, I got it to this point, and then I have to work on the next thing. So a couple different people have said it's super simple. It's not easy. It's 100% true. Two quotes, and I can't remember exactly how they go, but one of them is about comfort zones. We're not actually comfortable in our comfort zone. So when people start Plexus, it's because they're sick and tired. But then detox happens, and sometimes they want to quit. Well, guess what? They're going to go right back to being as sick and tired as they were. If they just pushed through the hard, they would have so much victory, like their life would open up in front of them. It's the same thing with this business. When you find that, when you hit your head trash wall, it's gonna be possibly ugly and gnarly, and you're gonna have to cry through it and work through it, and it might be really hard to get through this wall you've put up in your own mind. But if you do that hard work, if you push through the pain, you're going to open up something totally different in your life, okay? So much freedom potentially there. So please don't give up. Realize that it's not you. You're not broken. Every person has this. We all have the devil like just waiting for any foothold to tell us lies about who we are in Christ. He doesn't want us to be successful in Plexus. So I 100% believe in spiritual warfare in Plexus, because the devil can't steal our salvation, but you know what he can do is he can make us ineffective. It's my personal opinion. So if he can keep God's people sick and tired so that they can't pursue their dreams, and broke so they can't pursue their dreams, that's a pretty big accomplishment. So I feel like that's a super big thing. Don't let him win. You push through your detox, and you push through your mindset issues, and you become the person that you're supposed to be so that you can reach people only you can reach. Megan is never going to know the people that I'm going to meet out here in Washington, chances are. Okay, those are people that potentially only I can reach. And every single one of you has the same thing. I don't care how many mutual friends you have with other Plexus people. There are people in your life that only you can reach. And there's people out there who are desperately sick or need purpose and are praying for answers. Okay, so there's that. Oh, another quote. I wanted to quote a very wise person. I think his name is Justin Goff. And he told me, success is super boring. The reason more people are not successful is they're not willing to do the boring, mundane tasks that must be done in order to be successful. And I feel like that is 100% true. So like, how are you going to get fit? You have to work out. No, one day is not going to work. You have to do it every day. You have to eat healthy. You have to do it every day. Okay, it's 100% true. What else? You must read. You cannot tell me you don't like to read. You will not go places if you don't read. What else was I going to say? So and listen to Megan and Justin. I'm not going to tell you anything that they haven't said. When she tells you to listen to a call, it's for a really good reason. Go listen to it. So she told us to listen to the Jordan call about duplication. That was huge. Brooke Hemingway teaches about how to help your people who are under 100 PV get over 100 PV. Emily, okay, if you don't understand how to coach your people through, if you're like me, and when people detox, you don't even want to answer their messages because you're so scared that they're going to tell you it's not working, Plexus is making me sick, they're going to like blame you. You need to go equip yourself. Emily Gibson did training. There's documents on how to coach people through detox. It's not Plexus. Bernadette and Melinda are all about simple. And also, guys, I wore this shirt. The very first Plexus swag I bought with some cash that I earned from Megan when I went super silver was this shirt that says Diamond in the Making. So from the very, very beginning, all that I knew was I got put on a team page, welcomed in a thing. Gretchen sent me an email with a YouTube link, and I went on the team page and I read everything. I found Jessica Heffley's YouTube channel and I watched every single one of her videos, and she told me I could be Diamond. And I believed her. And then I got stuck a whole bunch of times along the way. But still, there was a call, and it was about this, you have to have the mindset that this is inevitable. I just have to figure out the steps. It's going to happen. I just have to figure out the steps. Okay. So what did my month look like? So first of all, March was unbelievable for my team. So in my little team, like I said, I got to gold by myself. And then I found a couple people who were willing to share. And then they kind of caught the bug. And then they had, and so that happened. But it was only a couple of people. But I really love these people. We really love each other. We're a community. We pour into each other. We're growing together. So after March, when all of these 5 people hit things they had never, ever done before, like we were high on life. Like people on my team earned an iPad. They signed 3 people. They've never done that before in 1 month. Like it was incredible. So I talked to every single one of them on the 1st and the 2nd. I'm like, okay, girls, so what do you want to happen in April? And they gave me what they were going to be working on, their goals. And once I collected that, I was like, shoot, if they all hit their goals, a couple super silvers, 1 gold, a senior goal, I am going to hit Ruby. Like that would just happen. So I'm going for this. I'm going to go for Ruby, and then I'm going to work like all of it depends on me. Because I read a book. I can't even remember what it was called. Circle Maker, maybe? And he said, work like it depends on you, pray like it depends on God. And that's kind of the mindset that I've adopted. So then, like Melinda told me to do, I made a board with a countdown on it, and I announced to my team, after I had their goals, I announced to my team, okay, I'm going for Ruby, and this is not going to happen by myself. By you guys achieve, and they're all like, what do we have to do? I'm like, you just achieve your goals, and that's what's going to get me to my goal. Then I declared it to Gretchen and Megan and Justin. So I made it super official, so it was really hard to back out. It was one of the first things I did that I hadn't done before. So I guess at the 1st or 2nd of the month, when I did my math, I was 21 people away. If everything went properly, I don't talk in points, I talk in people. 21 people away from Ruby. So I needed to add 21 people as a team. My team should do way over that. Not a problem, right? Talk to Justin throughout the month. We should overshoot Ruby. Where's my thing? Oh, another thing. Like Melinda said, I only sign 199 welcome packs anymore because it's the only thing that makes sense, guys. It's a ridiculous steal for them. You cannot even, the amount of product they're getting, $340 to $360 worth of products for $199, and then it was also on sale this last month. Okay, so I only signed 199 welcome packs, and I signed 7 199 welcome packs in April because it was such a crazy screaming deal. And yes, I also offered incentives to my people so that they could offer additional incentives on top of that for their people to achieve their goals. But let me just tell you, this month I learned something about myself that I did not. I don't know. I learned something. This was really hard. The poop hit the fan this month, and the devil was in full blown trying to kill me. So the 24th, I had another coaching call with Justin, and things were not going well. People were changing their subscriptions, and my team was just unbelievable personal stuff going on in their life that was totally derailing their plans. They were not able to give it the time that they wanted. And I'm over here going, okay, so here we are. We're at the 24th. We still need 16 more people. And everybody's telling me they're done. They can't do it. How am I going to add 16 people? And Justin told me, your team needs you to go Ruby this month. And I was like, okay, coach, well, let's do that then. And I started getting super creative. I was like, okay, I just signed 7 new people. Surely one of them or all of them will find one person. So let's do that. So then I I like went, because all of them had been open to the idea of sharing. So now it was like going back and getting specific, like, this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to send. Let's do an event. And they were all backing out the last minute. Okay. So everything, I felt like I was doing everything right, and everything fell apart. Then, okay. So let's see, where are we? The 26th and the 27th, between those 2 days, I signed 4 more $199 welcome packs. I got us down to only needing 10 more people. Then the 28th happened, and credit cards got declined, and more people moved their subscriptions, and somebody asked for a refund. And I messaged Justin, and I'm like, we're freaking back to 14 people. I have 2 days left, and nobody has anything going on. This is what it felt like. And then, okay, so also the 29th is my husband's birthday. So I was trying to give him some kind of attention. The 30th was our wedding anniversary, and also we're all sick at this point. So the 29th, I go to bed, and I wake up at 10 o'clock and find messages from Justin and Megan, both asking me, so where are you at? How many orders do you want? While I'm in the bathroom puking my brains out for like 3 hours. I got sick. I don't know why I was sick. Puking my brains out for 3 hours. I think I might have gone back to bed at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I messaged them. I'm like, I am puking. We are still the same. 14 people. So it was just like, it was rough. I don't think it was 14. I think it might have gotten down to 7. My team did rally, and things did happen. So like on the 29th, we added a couple more people, and it was super exciting. And then everything dried up. Everybody was getting crickets. Nobody was hearing back from anybody. And the 30th happened. I contacted some people. We got down to 5 more orders. Oh, but about the puking thing. I told Justin, like, the whole thing was, in my mind, I was doing this because we were going to rank together. That was the point. Like, we were all going to achieve this together. It's falling apart. And he goes, your team needs you to be Ruby while you're puking. And I was like, okay. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do this while we're sick, apparently. But then my team stayed up with me until midnight, messaging their butts off, pushing and trying. And like the last second, the last stupid order happened. It's kind of how I felt about it at that point. I'm like, this was dumb. It's almost like I felt a little bit like, so I decided I wanted to have natural childbirth with a midwife, right? Sounded like a great idea till I was in the middle of it. And then I told my husband, this was the dumbest idea I have ever had in my life. Take me to a hospital. I want drugs. And he was like, it's too late. They're not going to give you drugs. You just got to do it. It's kind of how I felt. My underwear was soaked with sweat. Like, I was sweating buckets. This was not a pretty thing for me. It was really, really hard. And we're still recovering. But we freaking did it, guys. We freaking did it. Oh my gosh. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. These stories are awesome. I think that these team calls just get better and better every month. They are just a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody who had something to share. I'm just going to share a couple things, and then Megan and Carrie are going to finish up just a couple minutes, and we're getting off. Everything that was shared tonight was unbelievably encouraging to me. And I wanted to say, out of everybody who shared tonight, there's something about all these are all overnight successes, right? So each one of these overnight successes has taken anywhere from like 1 to 4 years. Okay. That's everybody sees people doing things and they think, oh man, I wish I could do that. Well, it took a long time. One of the cool things about this team is that there hasn't been a whole lot of extremely super fast, explosive growth and then fall apart. This team has been consistent for over 4 years. So these overnight successes that you're seeing have taken 4 years to happen. There is no such thing as an overnight success. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, there have been several people that have restarted, that takes a lot of grit, because that means you get back up and you start and you move forward again. And I love that. I love overcoming stories. I love comebacks. It's just one of the things I love comebacks. Re-ranks, a lot of people re-ranked. I do not want to minimize the importance of a re-rank.
Is Lisa on?
A re-rank is incredibly powerful, in my opinion, because it shows determination. It shows true character. Like I said, you get knocked down and you get back up and you keep moving forward. And that's what a re-rank is. That's what a restart is too. So I applaud everybody. And I just want to thank you for everything, you guys. You guys are an extreme encouragement to us, and we're excited for the future.
All right, Lisa Winters was going to pop on and speak and encourage on behalf of the people that ranked up, but I'm not seeing her. She was coming home from worship practice. So anyways, in the meantime, if she's not able to pop on, it's okay. So I did want to share really fast 2 things. So the month of May is going to launch us into June, and Leaders Retreat contest and also convention. By the way, that registration ends on May 15th. It is our job as ambassadors to make sure our teams are coming. Individually message, invite. Do not let being pregnant or having a baby with you hold you back from that. I mean, I've attended pretty much all conventions, either pregnant or nursing, including this year. Ha ha. Yeah, little announcement there. Okay.
I've attended all of them with a pregnant wife.
There you go.
Or a nursing wife. So let's have some sympathy here, folks. I've pushed a lot of strollers.
Anyways, do not let that hold you back from not coming, okay? And encourage your people to be there. It's so super, super important. I wasn't planning to announce that actually here. Yeah, true, guys. Okay, crazy.
What happened?
We just announced that we were having another baby.
Yes, we are. We are.
That wasn't actually the announcement I was going to announce.
No,
that's really funny.
It's yeah, it's nuts. You know how old we are? Like, we're like getting beyond, it's like
old.
Abraham and Sarah type stuff here. This is getting out of control. This Plexus stuff is insane.
I was trying to blame it on Amy Booker and her chaga tea. Okay, anyways, back to the subject.
It's getting serious.
Okay, so in May, there's 3 things that we're offering. So we finished that first set of accountability calls. It was phenomenal. It was basically to really help everyone to stay consistent and do the DOE app. The next little stint of accountability calls, Justin and I are going to do them just to free up you leaders. And we're going to host them Tuesdays, 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. It's going to be 30 minutes, and it's going to be centered around mindset, because the stuff that we've been listening from Preston Pugmire and just different things, so much is tied back to our mindset. We can't grow the skill set if our mindset's not there, right? We can't be productive. And so each week is going to have a theme. There might be a little bit of homework. It's not going to be anything long and drawn out, but just wanted to tell you about that. Also, if you're planning to rank up to Ruby or above, there are coaching calls available. Justin is an awesome coach. He will kick your butt.
Hey, don't come to me with puking as an excuse. No excuse. None at all.
He'll draw the best out of you. Okay. Anyways, that's available to Rubies and Above. Also, Carrie's going to pop on and share really quick. Are you still? Okay, Carrie's there. We wanted to offer something for brandy new people, and she's going to explain a little bit about that.
Hey. Oh, sorry, you were still talking. By the way, if the chaga tea is what caused that, I don't want any. You keep telling me I need it. I don't know if I want any of it. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Super exciting. I don't have that much exciting information to share. But okay, so I kind of got this idea from a sideline friend, and we're going to kind of run with it and see how it goes. We want to, well, let me tell you what it is first. It's a group, and it's just called Get Your Products Paid For in May. It is simple daily tasks, sometimes 1, sometimes 2. Simple tasks. Because I know there's a lot of you in here, I know Justin and Megan are the same way, like I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan, and I don't feel like anybody should have to budget for their products. So why not teach people how to get their products paid for? So we want to be able to free up you guys. We want to help you guys. We want to help your people. So this is going to be a good group to plug new people in. Your April people, your March people, even people you added like anytime in 2019, I feel like, or people you haven't talked to in a while, people who joined and, maybe they've been consistent, product takers for the last 6-7 months. This is a perfect reason to reach out to people. Reach out and say, hey, we have this group, are you interested in getting your products paid for? It's super simple things. Like, we give examples on what they can share, let's see, like the things that we all do, birthdays and just all those types of things. You guys, if this goes well, you guys are more than welcome to duplicate it in different, months after. We want you guys to work smarter, not harder. So we're going to, I'm going to kind of take over this. Megan's got something else, what they're running. So yeah, we're going to start Monday. I've got the group started. I don't have anything in it yet, but I will add a lot of the leaders to it. So make sure, Sunday-ish, if you haven't been added to it yet, let your leaders know, say, hey, can you add me to that group Carrie's running? And that way you can get your people plugged into it. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So.
Okay, awesome. Lisa is actually on. She just got home from worship practice. She's on her phone. So Lisa, can you hear us? Let's see if she's able to hear us.
Is that her right here?
I think it's, yeah.
202 or 207 is Bangor area code, right?
Let me see. I just unmuted you, Lisa.
Can you hear me?
Hello, what's up?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yay! Woohoo! So, how are you guys doing? I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's okay. You're good.
Right on time.
Awesome. Okay, what do you want me to say, Megan?
Well, we were just recognizing everyone for rank ups and for re-ranks and just like how awesome it is. We were just saying how awesome it is for the people that have shown the character to re-rank. And you are a prime example of making that happen. And so I just thought if you wanted to just say a couple top tips to encourage people or to just recognize the people that did re-rank this past month.
Well, you know what? I was up early this morning and I was thinking about that actually and praying, and a couple things came to mind, and one of them was that you cannot re-rank if you quit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally, that just kept going through my mind, like how, and I'm just to be, just completely honest, it'll be 4 years in July, and I worked my tail off for at least a good over 2.5 years. Like at least the first year I didn't take a day off, which is not healthy. I loved it. I love it so much. But I worked really hard, and then I came into a season just recently where I had to step back a little bit because of life, and the pressure had to be released, and so it had to be plexus at that time. But I worked really hard up until that point. Like it wasn't, I took a break after a month, or I took a break after a year. You know what I mean? Like, because I was kind of reflecting about the last year of my business and how my life, we have elderly parents that have lived with us, and we're downsizing, and our church is, for those of you that don't know, my husband is a pastor, and so we've just broken ground on a large church expansion. So there's lots of stress, and it's good stuff going on, but lots of difficulties at the same time. And so I just accredit it all to the grace of God. I have an amazing team. Amy Booker, Team Booker, actually. They are fantastic. I'm sure they're on the call. I'm thinking they are such a blessing. And so, but through everything, my outside leg is growing as well, but it's all God. It is truly all for the glory of God. But as I was laying in bed today praying, and I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to share? And it's, if you quit, you'll never rank up. But if you don't quit, and the second, so that's my first tip. If you quit, you won't rank. But on the flip side of that, if you don't quit, you will. And the way that you will is, it's so easy to watch how other people work their business, because I love to listen to leadership podcasts, and I like to listen to all, everybody in Plexus, right? All of the amazing leaders that we have. But you have to find what works best for you working your business, and that could change seasonally, but it's just don't quit. I think that's, and not to feel guilty for having to adjust how you work your business. That's kind of what God's been teaching me in this season. But that it's, if you don't quit, because I went through all the things in my mind. I mean, we have the best products, we have the best compensation plan, and we are on the best team in the entire company. I'm convinced of that. Like, we have the best leaders. Justin and Megan are, and I'm not just saying that, like I truly believe that. And so I am just so grateful for this team as a whole, how God has blessed us. And I'm overwhelmed with just God's goodness, honestly. So thank you for letting me share. I hope that's helped somebody, because I think we all go through that where, the journey we're tempted to compare, and even comparing to somebody that starts at the same time we do, it's going to look completely different because our lives are different, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It's all going to be good. If we don't quit,
yes,
we will re-rank.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you guys for popping on. Thank you for everyone that shared. I think there was tidbits and tips for every single person. I mean, I gleaned so much. So it's not by chance that you're here. We are, I believe, called with a purpose, and it's an exciting purpose. So I'm so thankful y'all were on. We're so proud of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, and looking forward to the next couple months in Plexus. It's going to be huge. Convention is going to be the best yet. Get your teams there. All right. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
See you guys.